Hello and welcome back to another HOI4. I can't do that voice. Welcome back to another HOI4 video. Today we're going to be testing out two things. One, my beautiful British accent, if I really want to. And two, but more importantly, does reliability actually matter when it comes down to fighters engaging other fighters? Now, there are actually a couple reasons I'm doing this test the way I am. The two reasons are probably the most common experiences I have in multiplayer games when people are asking questions about the Air Force. First off, what level of reliability do you really need for your planes, and how big of a difference does it really make? Because reliability most commonly is associated with attrition, which is not really dealt with on air bases unless you're out of supply. So, today's video we're going to be testing and seeing the complications from having no reliability versus having max reliability on planes and what kind of difference it will make. We're going to do this test in three different levels. The first one is going to be basic planes with no upgrade on either side going head to head. We have Austria versus Germany. We have made sure that neither country has any air doctrines whatsoever, and we have actually disabled them. They are not going to run out of fuel because, well, anyway, back to what I was saying, we've literally given both countries tons of synthetic factories. It doesn't really look like much in here, but trust me, even though you don't see the rubber, we're getting... Why does it say that? Okay, the point is, though, that there are tons of synthetic factories all over both countries, and I don't know why it's not showing it, but as you can see in here, we are getting about 5.9 thousand a day and 5.7 thousand from refineries. And if we go and look at Austria, so I can show you guys, this is going to be the same test each time. They are getting a sizable amount of fuel a day as well. So there's not going to be any issues when we look at running out of fuel. Now, also, oh, cool. I just figured out you can use a cheat code. All right, I'm going to add fuel to everyone. Hold on. Okay, this is actually pretty close. I've got 3 million barrels of oil for Germany and then about 1 million barrels for Austria. So now there is not going to be an issue where the planes are going to run out of oil. So as you could just see a second ago, both countries have most of the Alpine region, if not the entire thing, just really enough either way to actually be able to get the range regardless. So this is going to be a pretty close to being balanced test and should only be 1 or 2 planes difference. So what we're going to do is send our planes from the German side here. We're going to do 1,000 versus 1,000 wings. And then what we're going to do is come back in a single month and check the results. So here we are 30 days after we began our fight. So like I said, it is pretty close to being accurate. Like I was saying, there's only a tiny little difference here because Germany does not have this like here to here, so it's like 2% air superiority difference, but that really is kind of what's making these just slightly off, but it's really not going to make too big of a difference on the results. So here are the stats. As of right now, currently, our fighters lost. We lost 8 in accidents, and we lost 89 in combat last month. Now, if we look down here, it says the Germans lost 104 in air battles, so let's go ahead and take a peek over here and see if it says the same thing. They lost 8 in accidents as well. So as you can tell, it doesn't say exactly what you're doing unless you actually tag over, but both countries lost 8 planes in accidents. Germany lost 104 being shot down compared to Austria, who we shot down 89 of. Alright, hopefully you guys are going to forgive me. I had to make Germany a bit of a thick boy so he could actually produce the planes, because the cheat code I was using apparently doesn't work right now when adding new equipment. But, so, here's what we did. We went ahead and added only range to the plane first, so there are no weapons upgrades or anything along those lines, and then we're going to end up, after this test, literally pulling their reliability down to 0. I did not mean to hit my keyboard, apologize. By maxing the engines to level 5 after this test is done, and then we're going to give Austria level 5 weapons also. So that way it's still sort of balanced, and we can see how big of a loss difference they actually suffer. So we have all of our planes in the region. They're going to go ahead and start doing air superiority and intercept, and then the Austrian planes are going to be doing the exact same mission that currently have no upgrades. And we will be back November 1st. So here we are 30 days after the combat has started, and here is the numbers. So Austria has lost 82 planes again, or well 93 in total just like last time. However, accident losses have gone up to 11, which is only just a couple more than previously. Well, that's really not that big a deal for them. Let's instead look at Germany, who currently are the ones with the planes with only 40% reliability. Now, Germany lost 139 planes, and this time the accidents did pretty much way more than double. As of right now, accident losses are sitting at 28 for the last month of battles. So now we're going to upgrade the planes again by adding level 5 weapons to both countries. So now it is time for, by the way, this is a cursed image, obviously, but now it is time for us to do our final test of what it's like when you have a 100% reliability on your planes and send them up against somebody who does not. As you can tell here, we do not have level 5 weapons, which will put us at a slight disadvantage, but again, this video is really testing the accident loss rate that you'll end up getting. Currently, we're actually just slightly over, my phone fell, 100% reliability, sitting right at about, I believe it's 104, because adding a third weapon takes down 8. So we're sitting at 104 reliability right now, compared to Austria, where it's just 80% reliability with level 5 reliability and level 5 guns. So now we're going to come back in 30 days and see how this works. Alright, it has officially been 30 days since we started this whole air battle, and let's see what happened. So as Germany, our fighters lost 135, we lost 0 due to accidents in 30 days of combat. So obviously reliability does play a part even when bases have 100% supply and no problems, but let's see how Austria did. Austria, they actually lost 13 in accidents and lost 97 from being shot down. So really it's more of a, what do you think would work for you more? As you can tell, by having maxed out reliability, even though that's a little bit expensive, you will lose no planes due to accidents. And in 30 days, 1,000 planes, we ended up losing 40, I believe it was, the first time. That's, I think, about 400-ish planes a year to accidents if you have 40% reliability. Was it? I can't remember. But no, it was 0% reliability. They lost 41 in a single month. So if we were just to say 40 on average, that'd be about 480 planes a year you would lose by not having any reliability whatsoever on your aircraft. Now, Germany only lost 28 otherwise, so really it's about 30-ish a month in that case when you have 80%. So it's really based up to you. But I mean, realistically, the starting planes you get at 80%, you're looking at about possibly 360 planes lost a year due to accidents. So it's really up to you whether or not it's going to be that helpful for you or not. But in my opinion, reliability is very important now. Not as important as I would say a engine, which when it's maxed out, it actually doesn't cost anything to your reliability. But definitely reliability is something to keep an eye out for, along with weapons or range. So anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoy this testing, and especially this interesting, beautiful, well, I wouldn't necessarily say beautiful, but interesting world that I've created. And because I put so much work into this, don't forget to subscribe. And one last thing, in case somebody tries to say that this testing was flawed in some way, I'm going to explain some of the detail to make sure this was unbiased as possible. We tested it here in the Alpine region, where both sides in Germany was at a slight disadvantage over range in this little spot when they don't have any range upgrades, which was fixed after the first test. There are no radars in the vicinity that can detect it. Neither side has any aces, neither side have any doctrines whatsoever for the Air Force. Neither side ever ran out of fuel, neither side gained aces in the battles. It's pretty much as fair as you can possibly, and I do mean possibly, get it. Now, again, I'm just going off my opinion, but reliability definitely does make a difference whether your planes are in a low supply area or not. Hopefully, again, guys, you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, as I put a ton of work in this. Oh, and also, every single time that we were starting a new test, I actually went into this little stockpile thing and deleted all of our planes and reserves and started off fresh, which is why the months are so off, to make sure we had a full stockpile of bare minimum 1,000 for both Germany and Austria. So again, guys, thank you so much, and hopefully you enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time. Stay awesome.